Hello everyone, it's Eagle of Zeus here, and this video is going to be a Hellenic Polytheism Q&A video. I asked some people on Facebook and Tumblr to give me some questions about Hellenic Polytheism that they were curious about, and so I'm going to be answering the questions in this video. So the first question is, what does it take to join? And since Hellenismos, or Hellenic Polytheism, is an open religion, it's not a closed religion, there's really no, formal initiation or any sort of formal ritual you have to do to join. To join the religion, if you believe in the Greek gods and you want to worship them, all you have to do really is just read about the religion, learn about how we do ritual and prayer, and that's about it. You pray and give offerings, and that's pretty much how you join the religion. It's not anything formal or complicated, and anybody can join. Like I said, Hellenismos is an open religion, so anybody can join. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope that answers your question. And then the next question is to explain some of the aspects of Dionysus. And some of the aspects of him are, he's the god of wine and winemaking, and he's also the god of the grapevine, and he's also the god of theater and madness and freedom, and he is connected with like the wild side of humanity, being yourself, being free, things like that. And a lot of modern practitioners also associate him with the transgender and non-binary community, and also the LGBT plus community as a whole, along with Apollon. But that's kind of a modern view of him, but that is another aspect of him. And yeah, so those are some of the aspects of Dionysus, so I hope that answered your question. And then the next question is, how do you do libations? And I actually just posted a video today showing you how to do libations, so you can check that out. But to explain how to do a libation is a liquid offering. So some common offerings in ancient Greece were, some common liquid offerings were wine and water, milk. Those were some common libations in ancient Greece, and some common modern offerings as well. But you can offer anything, really, anything you like to drink. Tea, fruit juice is a common substitute for wine, but really anything you like to drink and anything you think the gods would like, you can offer. And to do a libation, pretty much all you need is a bowl or a glass, and that's about it. You just pour, well, first of course you say which deity the libation is for, and then you just pour the liquid into the bowl or the glass. And then if you're offering it to an Aaronic deity, you typically take a drink afterwards to share in the drink with the gods and to build charis. But that's pretty much it. That's how you do a libation. So yeah, I hope that answered the question. And then the next question is, how do you set up an altar? And altars are very personal, things. There's really no right or wrong way to set up an altar. You can set it up however you feel is right and represents the deity that the altar is for. But some recommended items to have on your altar are candles, especially at least one candle for Hestia, the goddess of the home and hearth. Also a bowl or glass for libations, and an offering dish or plate for food and non-libation offerings, and also a incense burner, whether it be for stick incense or cone incense, because incense was a very popular offering in ancient Greece and still is today. And then just something to represent whichever deity the altar's for. It can be a statue of the deity, it can be a picture, it can be, something that reminds you of the deity or one of their symbols. For example, if the altar is for Zeus, you can put a statue of an eagle on the altar, or the symbol of a lightning bolt, for example. But really, altars are personalized, just however you want to set up your altar. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do it. However you feel is right and represents the deity that the altar is for. So I hope that was helpful. And the next question is, how do you participate in Hecate's Deipnon? And if you're unfamiliar with Hecate's Deipnon, it is a festival ritual we do once a month on the new moon, the night of the new moon, and it celebrates Hecate. And to participate, traditionally, this is the traditional format. So first off, you start during the day, and during the day you clean your house and you save the sweepings. Like if you're dusting, you save the sweepings of the dust. And some people also save their offerings that they've given to Hecate throughout the month, and they gather the sweepings from the cleaning, and they gather the offerings that they've been saving for Hecate, and they save it until nighttime. And at nighttime they first prepare the dinner for Hecate. Well, actually, before that, you always cleanse yourself before you do any sort of ritual for the gods. So you either take a bath or a shower, or traditionally you cleanse yourself with turnips. But you should always cleanse yourself before you start a ritual. So after cleansing themselves, they prepare the dinner for Hecate, which is what Deipnon translates to. And some traditional offerings that they would give Hecate for her dinner are garlic, raw egg, leek, onion, bread, barley, and olive oil were some traditional food offerings for Hecate that they would give to her on the Deipnon. And after you prepare the dinner, you take it out to the crossroads. And in modern times, most people view the crossroads as the street, and where the street meets the either driveway or the curb. And they would, once they got to the crossroads, you say a prayer or a hymn to Hecate, and you can also pour a libation. And then they would leave the dinner they prepared at the crossroads, and they would turn around and walk back inside. And traditionally, you don't look back as you're walking inside. You just walk straight inside without looking back. And that's it. So that's how you participate and celebrate Hecate's Deipnon. Alright, and so the next question is to explain the lunar calendar. And the lunar calendar is pretty much what it sounds like. The ancient Greeks followed a lunar calendar instead of a solar calendar like we do in modern times. Their new month started on the, well, their new month, the month ended on the new moon, which is Hecate's Deipnon, and then their new month started on the first crescent of the new moon, which is Nomenia. So that's the lunar calendar, and that's the calendar that most of us modern Hellenic polytheists follow. I mean, obviously we also follow the, you know, the Gregorian solar calendar, you know, January, February, March. We follow that, of course, but for our religion, we follow the lunar calendar, the Athenian calendar that the ancient Greeks followed, specifically the Athenians. So, yeah, their months went by the phases of the moon. So that's the lunar calendar. All right, and then the next question is, do you feel more of a duty to or relationship with the old gods you worship? I'm trying to understand exactly what this question means. Do you feel, I guess what they mean is, do we feel more of a duty to the gods? Or do we feel a stronger relationship with the gods we worship? But as opposed to, I guess they mean the Christian God. I'm not sure, because most of us did convert from Christianity. I mean, I do feel a strong duty and a relationship with the gods. I mean, you know, I dedicate my life to them. You know, I dedicate my life to honoring them and worshiping them and giving offerings and, you know, so on. So yes, I mean, I feel a very strong relationship and duty to the gods. They're the most important beings in my life. They guide me. They, you know, teach me. So yes, they're very important to me, and my relationship with them is strong, and I'm always working on improving it, strengthening the relationship, which is known as building charis with the gods. So yes, I feel a very strong duty and relationship with them. All right, and then the last question is to explain the holidays and celebrations and their meaning. This is a very difficult question because there are so many holidays in Hellenic Polytheism. There's just way too many to list. There's, you know, there's libation days, and there's, you know, the mysteries. There's, oh my goodness. So I'm just going to explain the monthly festivals that we do every month, which are around the new month, which are Hecate's Deipnon, which I already explained. There's Nomenia, which is celebrated on the first sliver of the new moon, and we dedicate that holiday to typically Selene, Apollon, a lot of the household gods and goddesses that are associated with the household, Hestia. So that is celebrating the new moon, and we bake, we make, some people make like a to-do list of things they want to do for that month, things like that. That is Nomenia. And then on the second day of the new month, we celebrate Agathos Daemon, who is the protective guardian spirit of the household. And so we honor him on that day. We give him an offering. And so those are the three most important monthly holidays to Hellenic polytheists, but there are many more we celebrate throughout the years. Just like I said, way too many to list. it's not like the Wheel of the Year, for example. The Wheel of the Year that celebrates the equinoxes, Hellenism is not like that. We don't celebrate the cycles of nature and the equinoxes. We celebrate, for example, the birth days of certain gods. We give them a libation, do a ritual for them. On, like, you know, certain days of the month, we do a ritual and we honor certain gods. There's just way too many to list, but the holidays that are around the new month are the most important and most widely celebrated by most Hellenic polytheists. Some people don't observe all of the holidays and festivals because there's so many, you know, but those are the three that we typically, most of us, celebrate and observe. There's also the monthly libation days, because each month is dedicated to one of the Dodecatheon, or one of the 12 Olympians. We pour a libation to whichever Olympian the month is dedicated to. We pour them a libation on the second Saturday of the month. So I guess that's also kind of an important ritual we do monthly. But every month is dedicated to a different theos, or one of the Olympians, a different Olympian, I should say. So yeah, that's about it. Those were all the questions. Thank you all so much for asking me questions, and I hope this was helpful. I hope it answered your questions, and I hope this was helpful for anybody else, and I hope it was informative, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So I will see you guys in the next video, and may the gods bless you. Bye!